The today's trend, we see that marketing is also changing. We see that from AI it is changing to influencer marketing or maybe performance marketing. So what is that one shift that students should really be cautious about?
Marketing has mutated. It mutated drastically. There's a lot of AI adoption and there's no more jargon. Like we say, AI is always a jargon. We can see actually AI adoption in marketing is much faster. You have a AI coming up into data analytics, you have AI coming into even creating your website, you have AI coming into conversation marketing, like you have chatbots, etc. So AI is there and it's going to stay for another few decades or so. So that's
Hi everyone, my name is Mona Lisa Khatua and I hope all of you are doing well, healthy and safe. My guest today is someone who holds 25 years plus experience into the industry. She has worked for some of the most amazing companies in India and outside India as well. To name a few, it's Dabur, Panasonic, ResMed, Electrolux, and the count goes on. She is someone who holds a decade of experience into corporate and is now giving the same knowledge to our students here at IBI. Please put your hands together for our professor, Seema ma'am. Ma'am, we are very thankful to have you here. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you, Mona Lisa. Thank you for having me for this conversation. Thank you very much.
Ma'am, since you have so much of experience into marketing, corporate exposure is something that PGDM students crave for. It is also a part of their learning into curriculum as well. So I would just like you to address the audience, because since most of our viewers are students and parents who would be going through the process of selecting colleges, or could be a pre-existing student parents of ours. So what is that one thing when you talk about marketing that you would like to highlight?
I think marketing is all about understanding people. It's not just selling product or services, it's about understanding people. When I say people, it's all about customer, it's all about the organization itself. If you know your customer, if you know the organization, if you know your colleagues, if you know your team, you will be able to do a good job within marketing domain. So that's more important, knowing people, understanding their concerns, understanding what they're looking for, and you tailor-made your solutions accordingly. I think that would be the win within marketing.
Very rightly said that marketing is all about knowing people, and when we see the today's trend, we see that marketing is also changing. We see that from AI it is changing to influencer marketing or maybe performance marketing. So what is that one shift that students should really be cautious about, or they should take their consideration upon?
I think marketing has mutated. It mutated drastically in last 5 years or so, 5 or 6 years I must say. There's a lot of AI adoption and there's no more jargon. Like we say, AI is always a jargon. We can see actually AI adoption in marketing is much faster. You have a AI coming up into data analytics, you have AI coming into even creating your website, you have AI coming into conversation marketing, like you have chatbots, etc. So AI is there and it's going to stay for another few decades or so. So that's very, very important. Second, I think in marketing, it's more accountable now. We can't say, create a brand awareness. No, what is it resulting into? How awareness is translating into the revenue of the organization is very important. So marketing has to be much more accountable as it used to be few years back or so. Then I think it's third major aspect which is very critical is the omni-channel marketing. Today a customer goes to a website, he can visit your social channel, he can visit your retail shops. So the expectation here is that they should have a very unified, seamless experience within that brand domain. So these are the few things which I could see has changed a lot, and lot more will happen in coming years, as we move further.
Ma'am, since you talked a lot about change, that a lot of change has been happening, we also see that companies, when they hire, or companies in general, they invest in these heavy tools like Google Analytics, tools like Meta ad generators, Canva, or any other tools. So from a management's perspective or from a management student's perspective, what do you think is more important for them to look upon?
I think the tools that you just mentioned about, these tools are very important for marketing, and these tools are for doing this job more efficiently. I think as students, they must know these tools, because if they know these tools, it will make them, I say, much better in terms of industry readiness, because when they join the organization, if they have a basic understanding of the tools, they can be productive from day one and day two, and which is what the corporates are now looking for. They want to reduce their training time. So if at the PGDM level in the institute, if they have such kind of an exposure, it would be a great opportunity for them. And secondly, these tools, even if the tools which you just mentioned about, for example, Google Analytics or SEMrush, these tools are used as a analytical tool. So you must know what is the marketing analytics, how you do the data-driven decision making, etc., which is very important in current environment. Secondly, like your canvas, I mean, you can have a creativity worked out within that. You can make your own campaigns, etc. So these tools are for betterment of the individual as a profession, and I say that if they know these tools, it will enhance their, I say the employment opportunities in coming months or so. So that's important. So they must have a basic introduction of these tools within this 2 year of their period, so that they can make a good career within marketing and sales.
All right, ma'am, when you say that good awareness about these tools can add little chance to their CV or enhance their employability skills, can you give me some instances, I would say, where IBI has taken up these kind of initiatives in order to develop these employability skills into their students, specifically if I have to cut it down to marketing students?
Yes, I think one of the aspect that we started in few months back, it's all about the certification courses. So we have the CRM certification courses along with HubSpot, giving them a hands-on exposure on the tool, giving them an exposure in terms of what all is feasible on this tool. So they could create their own website, they could create the campaigns, they could at least see what's happening on the website, how traffic is visiting, how their campaigns are doing, what kind of a leads are generating, what is the quality of those leads, etc. So exposure definitely helped them when they join the organization and they actually work on these tools. So I think it's just a beginning, and we have many more in the pipeline which we'll try to implement in coming trimesters or so.
Correct. Ma'am, you have so much experience from the industry and you have been part of the industry for such a long period of time. Can you name me, or can you give me top 3 skills or 3-4 skills that a marketing intern or a marketing, I would say, representative should have?
I think very important and non-negotiable is the digital marketing skills. I think in case if they want to make a career, whether it's a brand management, whether it's a trade management, whether it's a product management, they should know the digital marketing in and out. So when I say digital marketing, how to create a website, SEO, SEMs, everything they should know, and it will also help them in case if they want to take the journey ahead as an entrepreneurship. So that's very critical. Second important aspect I feel is important skills to that extent is the communication and presentation skills. How to articulate your the ideas, how to make the compelling presentations to the investor, even to the board, or even to the the colleagues, etc. Very, very important. And third, I see, is problem solving skills. Industries value employees who provide solution to the problem, not just stating the problem. So yes, organization go through many changes, there are many problems in every domain, and if an employee has a skill set of navigating a problem and giving a solution, I think he or she is valued in the organization. So these 3 are, I feel, is the most important skill set as of now required in marketing domain.
Ma'am, the first thing that you spoke about was communication, the way you articulate things. So, there's this question in my mind coming, that is medium important? Medium as in the language. Is language important in communication?
Ideally, it should not be, but since in our corporate world, we have a particular language that is dominating. So it's important to be able to communicate in that language. But I think as the the organizations are getting into a regional context, the one more language apart from that so-called the corporate language is also essential. In fact, now a lot of content is being created even in regional languages, just to make people understand the products, services, solutions, what the organizations are selling. So yes, language does matter, but I think regional languages are also doing well in terms of their content.
Okay, ma'am, that's rightly answered, because I think there are, a lot of students who aspire to do PGDM or MBA courses, and language for them, could be a barrier, because sometimes they face 2-3 rejection and they get disheartened due to the maybe language problem or the way they conduct themselves. So I think brushing up and polishing is important, and I hope IBI, and I know that IBI really works on it, and you have been part of IBI, you are a part of IBI, you are somebody, who train them, polish them. So of course, I mean, definitely that is being taken care here. Ma'am, my next question to you would be, how would you differentiate a student who converts opportunity into, a career growth?
It's a very important, I think, very relevant question, because all the students are exposed to the same information, and we have seen some of the students really do well, and some of the students actually struggle. I think the most important part is that the right amount of skill set they should develop. Institute can provide them the environment, but eventually they have to work on those skill sets. That's very important. They should have a very proactive mindset, rather than getting a project coming to them on their own or through someone. They should look out for these projects and get a practical exposure, because you can do a course online also, but when you get into an institute, the main motive is to have a more practical exposure, understand what's happening in the organization, how industry works, and how can they adapt themselves to the industry environment. One more thing which I would like to emphasize out here is that they should have a continuous learning skill as the mindset. So as we say, learning is never ending. Actually, it's never ending. All the tools that we are using today may not be relevant year down the line. So they must keep on updating themselves, become more relevant to the industry, then only they are valued. And then only they can succeed in the organization.
Correct. Ma'am, talking from a marketing perspective, what are those, few things that a student must pay attention towards from day one or from the day they join IBI? Because you will be the one who would be teaching them. So what is that one thing that they should, be mindful about?
I think it's a series of things. Maybe I'll try to make it a bit more crisp. First thing is that understanding the basic principles are very important. So be attentive in the class, listen to what professor is talking about, because you must know the basics. That's very important. You can't get away from these sessions. These are important. Second is when an institute is providing a hands-on experience, industry exposure, be participative. It's very, very important to visit those industry campuses, ask questions to the people serving out there, so that even if you have apprehension, you should be able to get some answers at this point in time. Also, master your digital skills within this 2 years of your curriculum. You must know all aspects within a marketing domain, as we are talking about more from a marketing perspective. And I think that they should invest in their personal and professional growth. So when I say personal and professional, in terms of communication, in terms of business ethics, in terms of how to conduct themselves within within the audience, etc., it's very important. It's as simple as what they are wearing, how they are sitting, the way they are communicating, because now organizations are boundaryless. So you are working in an organization, you might be interacting with someone who is based in other countries or so. How to work in a cross-cultural environment, it's equally important. So I think they must learn all these things within these 2 years of their curriculum, and let's be more attentive and proactive. That's what I'll say.
Ma'am, marketing, we see, lots and lots of students, they get added to every year in the corporate world or in the run of corporate world. So, how should a marketing student keep themselves updated with time?
I think it's a natural process. One, of course, he or she try to understand what is he delivering to the organization. If he is looking for some specific tools, platforms that he should be aware of or he should be conversant with, he should go for certification courses. So certification courses are not related or limited to 2 year of curriculum. I think certification courses are for the rest of the marketing career which is right. In fact, in my 25 years of career, I did almost 5 certification courses. When it was not so popular, nowadays you have so much the exposure available. So they have to keep on working in terms of what is required for them to update themselves, upgrade themselves, be better than the other colleagues or so. So they have to work on these courses, and many online hands-on courses are available which they can invest. That's very important. Personality development workshops, very, very important. They can have some coaching sessions, understanding how can they conduct themselves better, because as we say in marketing, your first impression is the last impression. So if they are not able to make that impression within that audience, they will not be be a good marketers to that extent. So it's all about investing themselves. As one thing which I keep on repeating even to my students also, are you looking for a job or are you looking for a career? Job is like you have a monthly job, monthly compensations, etc. But if you want to make a career, you have to invest a lot in yourselves, upgrade yourselves, and then look for forward for that, the hierarchy which you are aiming for.
I'm taking a trail from your answer when you say career growth. So, can I ask you, what initiative does IBI take in order to, boost that career growth among students?
I think 2-3 things that I have seen, and I think we are doing very well. One is the technology integrated curriculum that we have. We generally give them the first taste of technology within this institute. It's as simple as even all our the examinations are done on the online modes, etc. And using the platforms, everything, all their marks, all their the assessments are placed at one point. So one can do a pre-assessment of the person very, very easily, because you have the entire thing logging into a system. Second, I think we have a industry-led curriculum as well, because we have the advisors, academic advisors, corporate advisors. We keep on getting some kind of feedback from them, and we try to upgrade our curriculum so that it is much more ready, or I'll say much more closer to the industries currently into. So these are important, and the kind of projects or simulations that we do, we try to encourage our the students to be more proactive and innovative. So give the solutions which is more innovative, which is not being available in any of the AI domain as of now. So that's very important. And also lately we started some employability training tracks as well. So in a particular organization, if it's an ed tech, it's a SaaS, or it's a B2C setup, it's a startup, what kind of a challenges one can have. So pertaining to that organization, what kind of a special training tracks, it could be a 1-month track or so, where they try to understand the nitty-gritty of that particular organization or that particular industry and come up with their ideas, etc. So that's what I feel will make them better professionals.
I'm sure if they are under your safe arms, then definitely sky's the limit for them to achieve. So ma'am, that was really nice talking to you. One last thing, what message would you like to give to your future students who would be joining us soon?
So I think it's a great place to have you here at IBI. For marketing per se, which I can say is that it's a ever-changing field. So you will be loving it, because every day you will get to know more information, new information, and we would love to welcome you, have more interaction, and I'll also say that we will also learn from you, because you are coming from different fields, different cultures. So let's celebrate together in these 2 years.
Thank you so much, ma'am. It was lovely talking to you.
Thank you so much. Thank you.